Hello and welcome at this series about Sitecore basics. In this video we're going to look at the content editor. So in the previous videos we have seen that a content editor is accessible via the Launchpad and it can be used to manage your site. And one of the main tasks that you will do is managing your site structure, and that is managing your pages, the order of the pages and the content that they contain. Now in the next videos I'm going to talk about storing content on pages like in these types of fields, or store content in components, but we'll leave that for now. In the content editor it is very handy to add large amounts of content. So let's say you have you're a travel agency and you have lots of information about your travels, and all your travels are pages and destinations. The content editor is good for adding large amounts of content to those pages. So you can imagine a travel has several fields, more than two. There can be, for example, 30 fields with all kinds of information about a travel, and it's very easy to add that information in the content editor, where it is very not difficult, but less easy and time inefficient if you do it in the experience editor. Depending on your configuration or frameworks that you will use, you will have several other things that you can manage from the content editor. So in my example, I use the Sitecore Experience Accelerator framework, which allows me as an administrator to configure all kinds of settings for my site. So bear in mind that this is not necessarily the way it will work at your site, but in here I have a settings item, as these things are called in Sitecore, and I can, for example, configure a favicon, or I can configure things like let's look at the robots content, or my page not found link, so a 404 page. So these are some typical things that you can do from the content editor. Now if you have a page, you can scroll through the different fields, and if you want to add some content, you can select a field, or in case of some rich text field, you can double click it or click on the show editor, and it will show you a rich text editor with which you can create and style your content. Now some other things that you can do here are duplicate pages, move them, delete them, rename them, all that kind of stuff. And we're going into some more details in the next couple of videos.